Hello, welcome to another reading. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for following my readings. Thank you for following my channel. And thank you so very much for supporting me with my readings. This is my second channel. I have another one in Croatian language, and this is something that I've started a long time ago, but I haven't really dedicated any proper amount of time into growing this channel. So I hope this will be the second chance that I'm giving this channel to grow, and I hope that you all will find something useful from my readings. So if you wish to support me, if you like the readings, please give them a like, give me a comment, tell me what you think. You can give me some topics to cover or whatever you feel like should be more represented within the readings. I really appreciate your feedback. So thank you for all of you who are here, and I hope that you will gain something from today's reading, because we are looking for an advice for your situation. Whatever your situation is, you will probably get some type of advice that can be applied to your situation. You have 4 different piles to choose from today, and they are pile 1, SHIVA LINGAM, pile 2, Sunstone, pile 3, Aquamarine, and pile 4, Moonstone. If you guys need some more time to pick your group, if you need to meditate on the crystals, you can pause your video now, and I'll see you then in your reading. Hello, group 1. You have chosen the SHIVA LINGAM stone, which tells me immediately about your situation. There are 2 choices, and you have to make one of them. And I feel like you guys from group 1 really don't like making any of that choice. You don't want to settle for one or the other. You want to find a third solution that can incorporate both of those choices in some way. So this is what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of doubt. I feel like you guys are torn between the 2, and either way, whatever you choose, you feel like you will be missing out on something. So I feel like you need to find a third solution. This is what I'm getting from your stone. But let's take a look at your card. We have stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, and shocking attack. So pile 1, I feel like somebody here has really disappointed you. Maybe somebody cheated on you. Maybe somebody lied to you. Maybe they did something behind your back. Maybe they jeopardized your career. We definitely see that this is a situation where you had somebody that is close to you stab you in the back. And now either you have to forgive them in order for them to stay in your life, or you have to say no, turn your back towards them, and move in the other direction. And this is what I've been feeling from the start. Like there are 2 choices, and whichever choice you make, it's not going to make you happy or satisfied. So I do feel like this is a tough situation for you guys, and I feel like this reading might give you the advice that you really need here. But let's pull some cards for you guys to see what do we need to know about your situation. Maybe there is something that you need to see or understand about it so that it makes your decision a bit more easier. So what do we need to know about pile 1's situation here? Why do they need advice on this? What is the problem here? We have the Fool. We have the 6 of Swords. We have Strength. We have the Knave of Swords, which is the Page of Swords in the traditional tarot. And we have the Six of Wands. So what I'm getting here basically, pile one, is that you've been naive. You've been very gullible. You tried to help someone progress. You have this part in you that really wants to help other people. You're very kind. You are very generous. And unfortunately, you've come across a person that took advantage of you, somebody who took you for granted, took everything you were offering, and basically just took advantage of you, of the situation you're in. And I feel like this is somebody who decided to either betray you in a way that you were in a relationship and this person was not loyal, and then you found out. Either this was a colleague that took all the rewards from your work, or maybe this was somebody who talked behind your back, and it's because of that something happened. Now you are having to go through some loss or some pain that I feel is quite severe for you, pile one. I feel like you're very disappointed to this person because you thought of them in high regard. And I feel like you were so well adjusted to the fact that this person is somebody who is your friend, who is your confidant, who you can rely on. And then this was quite a shock for you, for this to happen. Because you see this person progressing, you see this person moving forward because you helped them, and they have left you behind to rotten, to hit rock bottom. And I feel like this is very painful for you, because you would have expected for this to happen from somebody who's your enemy, but this was somebody who was very, very close to you. And this is why the pain is so severe in your case, pile one. Let's take a look at what is the advice now that we know your situation a bit better. What do the cards say about your situation? What would be the advice? What should you do here? We have nothing is yet set in stone. And one more. Oh, we got two that want to pop out. A time to give rather than take, and bring love into the situation. So first of all, I'm getting with nothing is yet set in stone is that you see this person as a winner. You see them taking advantage of you and progressing, and you see them as if they have won this. But I feel like you should have the bigger picture in mind, because this person might have won this battle, but they didn't win the war. There's still time and situation and opportunity for this situation to turn around, for you to be the winner, for you to actually be happy, to get the recognition, to get the reward, to get the gain that you have lost here, that this person took from you. So I feel like the advice is to keep an open mind, that just because this happened doesn't mean that this is something that will remain as it is. There will be ups and downs for this person as well, and their karma will be served. So if they were acting inappropriate, if they deceived you, if they hurt you in a way, their karma will be served at a later time. So don't think that just because this person won here in this situation, that they will be having a good time and they will be winning in the future as well. I feel this is going to turn around and come back at them at the moment that they least expect. But regardless of that, we also see here that you shouldn't close yourself up just because this person took advantage of you. You're somebody who's very generous and kind in nature. We already saw this from the beginning of the reading. And I feel like you should remain that type of a person, regardless of whatever this person did to you. Because I feel like you just need to find the right people for you, pile one. And this person just wasn't it, okay? And I feel like if you could Just find a way to love yourself more here, not to judge yourself as hard, not to think of yourself, oh, you're so stupid, you're so naive, how didn't you see this coming? Just stop with that language. Give yourself love you deserve. Tell yourself you are good, you are so kind. No wonder some people who don't have the same amount of kindness will take advantage of that because they don't know better. Don't close yourself up because other people have problems. Don't let the situation become your problem as well. Because your kind-heartedness should not be affected by the people who have lost faith in goodness. And this is why the cards say, bring love into this. Speak words of love toward yourself, regardless of what this person did to you. Let's see what else. What advice you need, Pile 1? What advice you need to hear for this situation? We have solitude. In silence, peace prevails. And one more. Narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. So we see with the solitude that it is needed for you to really take a step back from this situation. Maybe meditate on this to really find peace, to let your thoughts be still and not to just think about the situation, make scenarios, have negative self-talk. So you need to calm your mind, because when you calm your mind, all the fluctuations of the mind stop. And at that moment, you achieve peace. So your peace is robbed from you in this situation because you are overly focused on what happened and what this means to you. So if you take the time to really step back from this situation and not give it so much attention, I think that you will feel better. It's going to be easier to deal with this. And with the narrow pathway and tread thoughtfully. Again, with the thoughts here, I feel this is like a synchronicity with the message I was just saying a minute ago. Be careful about your thoughts, because your thoughts have the ability to condense the energy into matter if you repeat them long enough and attach an emotion to that. So be very mindful of the road that you're heading with this type of thinking about the situation, because this will lead to more pain, to more suffering, to more disappointment. But if you give yourself the time to detach from this situation, to deal with the emotion from this situation, I feel like it's going to be easier to let go of this and continue with your life in a better way. And let's take one more, or maybe two. Yeah, we'll take two. Two cards for advice for you, Pile 1. What do you need to know here? We have the Ant. The Ant will advise you to be patient. So there is patience that's needed here. And it is with dealing with this situation. So this was a great loss for you. No doubt, Pile 1. And you do need some time to process what just happened and how this affects your life. And I feel with the solitude and the Ant, it's going to take a while for you to pick yourself up from this. But please be mindful that every process of healing does take time. It's a process from getting up from a bottom that you just hit, rock bottom, to picking yourself up, to even start to feel like there might be something better for me, to feeling I deserve something better, to actually knowing something better is already on my way. So it is a process. You cannot do a quantum leap here. It's going to take some time, and become really at peace with that it's going to take a while for you to recover. And let's take one more for you, Pile 1. And you know, the ants, they bear so much weight. You know, their body mass is like 100 times smaller than the weight that they can carry. And I feel like you are in the same situation here. The amount of pain and grief this situation has caused you is so severe. It's going to take a lot of effort and time for you to pick yourself up, but it is possible. The ant does the impossible, and so will you, Pal One. I feel like you needed to hear this encouragement from the ant. And we'll take one more. The goat will help you get a good reputation. So maybe some of you here are affected by this situation in a way that your reputation is in line. So maybe at your workplace, this person made quite a mess. Maybe you were blamed for something they did. Or maybe this is relationship-wise, where you are somebody who was cheated on and now you feel like you've been marked by that. And everybody will feel sorry, or they will feel like there's something wrong with you, whatever you're thinking at the moment. Just allow yourself the time to really heal from this and see that the actions of this person does not speak about you. It speaks about them. And this will allow you to see that your reputation is not at stake here. Okay? Moreover, the reputation of this person is definitely at stake because they have shown their true colors, not you. You have just been proven the kindest, the most generous person ever because of what this person did. So do not stress about this, Pal One. Everything will end up well for you at the end. My dear Pal One, this was your reading. I hope this helped a bit. I hope this gave some encouragement to really tread forward and that you have something to look forward to regardless of this pain that has been inflicted upon you. I hope that I see you in the next reading of Pile 1. Stay well. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Sunstone Crystal, which will give us some initial information on your group, on your situation. So what I feel with the Sunstone is that you've been feeling a bit down lately. So maybe some of you are even depressed. There's something in your life that's just not working out the way you intended it to, and it's really weighing on you in the last few days. So what I'm seeing here is that some expectations were not met, and you feel like you are way behind your life the way you imagined it to be, and this is really weighing you down. But let's hop right into the reading to see what is your situation, and then we'll choose or pick some cards to give you some advice. So we have Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Yeah. So you imagined your life to be very happy, bright, fulfilled. You envisioned yourself that you would be loving life, living it to the fullest. But unfortunately, something happened to you that made this impossible at the moment. And I actually feel a lot of you depressed about it. You're very disappointed that your life turned out to be the way it is and not the way you imagined it. And a lot of you here are really demotivated to actually move in any direction, to do anything, because you feel like nothing's going to improve. What's the point in even doing anything because my life looks like this? Maybe you've tried a lot in the past and then your result did not meet up your expectation. Maybe you've tried to do something, maybe you worked hard for it and then the reward did not come. And this is why you feel so disappointed in this. But let's pull some cards from the tarot to explain more about this situation. I will take the jumper here. We have the Two of Cups. So what is your situation, pile 2, that you need advice on? What do we need to know about this situation? We have the Four of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. This is very specific, guys. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Five of Wands. So this is definitely a love reading for the majority of you in pile 2. Only the small amount of you will resonate with this pile in a different way. But I'll get to that later on. So we see here there was a connection, a partnership, a situationship, a dating situation, whatever it is. So you had somebody in your life with whom you had a great time. There was connection, there was attraction, there was chemistry. You were spending the time together. Maybe some of you are even married with this person, and you've had a long time of happiness, of enjoyment, of union within this connection. And then at some point, things have changed. And you started feeling as if this connection was not fulfilling anymore. Either this person started to invest less in your relationship, or they started to focus on something else, or you just felt like you were not connecting anymore. And you started to fight, you started to argue a lot. Something flipped in this connection, and everything went downhill from then on. And I feel like you're not really clear on what exactly happened. The only thing you know is that you're still stuck on this and you don't know how to progress. You feel like there's no point in trying to fix this connection because it's just not working out. But at the same time, you don't see the point in moving on because this is somebody you actually want to be with. So you're kind of stuck here. This is what I'm getting. And I feel like every time you try to fix things with this person, it just doesn't work out. You end up fighting, you end up resenting each other or insulting each other or just moving away from each other even more. And I feel like this is a type of love that is kind of very idealistic. You have this idea in your mind that this is the person for you. This is the real deal. This is the right person that I am meant to be with. And you don't really understand why it's not working out. It should be easy, but it's not. Let's pull some cards for advice for your situation. Okay, I didn't address the minority. Sorry, guys. So the ones that are here and are not resonating with the story about love, I definitely see that this is a story about partnership or friendship. So either this has to do with your career, either this is a colleague or a business partner or a client with whom you've had very well put together all the business correlations, all the work you were putting in. So you were actually very compatible. And the work you were doing was very successful, very abundant. And I feel it was gaining a lot of either wealth or recognition or self-fulfillment. But at some point, this came to an end. Somebody became unsatisfied with the results you were getting, with the terms of your partnership. And then they started demanding more. Either you or your person, take it as it resonates. So the change in the terms of your collaboration has made it very difficult for you to collaborate, to work together. And it has rocked the stable foundation you have built this relationship on. And it's very hard to find common ground at the moment. And this is why you feel like you don't want to end this collaboration with this person. You still want to work with them, but it has become a nightmare to actually find some common ground, something to agree on, to have the same vision and move towards it. So this is why I feel it's very hard for you to actually work with this person at the moment, but it's still somebody you wish to collaborate with. So let's pull some cards for advice for you guys. What did the cards say about the situation? What is your advice here? Meditate and contemplate. So this is the advice I would give to each and every one of you, regardless of your situation in group, because meditation is a tool that gives us great benefits and gives us peace and clarity of mind. And the answers you need are coming. So if you were feeling kind of stuck here in terms of not knowing how to progress with this situation, I feel like some meditation and contemplation about the whole thing that's happening would be of great service to you. Because I feel like there's something you're missing in this situation. There's something you're not seeing clearly about what are this person's aspirations, what did they want to achieve with this change, with their new demands. Why is this person pulling back? What it is within them that caused them to separate, to maybe not be as engaged within your connection as they used to be. So I feel like you need to understand them better to understand the situation better. But first of all, you need to come to terms with what are your expectations from this relationship and whether this person or not is able at this moment to live up to those expectations. And this is why we see the answers you need are coming. So your doubt here, your situation will be resolved very soon. You will get the answer you are looking for. So something will change in the near future about this situation. But it's best for you to actually step up in the situation in a way that you gain some clarity on what you want, on what this person wants, and if there is a way for you to continue together or not. Because it will make a great difference if you come to these answers with that clarity. It can actually transform things for the better, whatever the outcome might be here. Okay, let's take 2 more cards. Advice for you, pile 2, regarding this situation. What do you need to know? So we have discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Yeah, so this is kind of funny because we see that you are standing in your own way. You don't see this situation for what it is. And we've already seen that in these 2 cards. So you need to take a better look at what's happening here, but because there's something you're not seeing very clearly. You're very subjective here. You are very emotional. So you're not seeing things clearly. So you are the one that's casting a shadow on this situation and you're not seeing it properly. And this is why you need to contemplate on this. This is why you need this greater understanding, because it will allow you to act for the better for yourself and for this person in this situation. So you need to discover something. You need to take some effort and time to really pick apart the situation and really get to know what this person is all about and what you want from your side of this situation. Let's see. We'll take one more here. The narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. This is so funny. The same card came up in the pile 1. So maybe if some of you were drawn to pile 1 for any sort of reason, you should check that out as well. I do have to say that the energy of pile 1 is a bit different from yours, but it might just resonate for some of you. So with the narrow pathway, I feel you should be very careful about how you deal with this situation. Do not act out of emotion. Take your time to really be clear on what's happening here. why this person is acting this way. Why are you acting this way? What is the common goal? And then see what your next step should be. Do not be hasty here. Take your time, be patient, and walk step by step by step. Don't rush into anything just because you're overly emotional here. And let's take the last two cards for you, pile 2. Advice for your situation. Okay, we have 2 coming out. I'm going to pull this down so that you can see everything better. So we have the spider. The spider will reveal your fate to you, and the lizard will accompany you in your dreams. So I'm definitely seeing that either this relationship or this partnership here, whatever it is very important. It is important in terms of it is your destiny. It is your faith to see how this plans out. And I feel like you should really stick to your dreams. You should really aim high and be very sincere with yourself. Whether this person can be the one to walk with you towards your dreams or not. Because if you're sticking to this person for whatever reason, and you don't see them being able to follow you in your dreams, I feel you're setting yourself up for failure. So be very mindful of what your next step about the situation is. Think about everything thoroughly. See both sides of this situation to really gain the understanding so that you can clearly make your choice whether this person is somebody who can follow you where you want to go. My dear pile 2, this was your reading. I really hope this helped, and I hope that you will find the right step for you to take in this situation and that everything will turn out for the best. Until next time, pile 2. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the aquamarine crystal, which will give us the first information about your situation you are inquiring advice on today in this reading. So what I'm getting here with this aquamarine crystal is that some of you in group 3 in pile 3 have been talking way too much about your plans, about your situation, about your private life, to the point that it's becoming destructive for you. It's like people will take advantage of that information. They will probably start rumors. They will make fun of you, whatever. So you need to be very mindful of how much you share and with whom exactly you share that with. And I feel like you were just so happy and you were willing to talk to anybody and spread the joy to everybody because you're so happy, you're so fulfilled. But I feel like you are surrounded with people who are going to take that information and stab you in the back. They're going to use it in some sort of way to make you feel less than and to make you go through some type of loss. But let's dive into the reading to see what the cards have to say. Oh, seduction. We have attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Yeah. So either you've been talking a lot about your love life, maybe some juicy details that should have been kept private. Maybe you are in a love triangle and you've been sharing that information with somebody who can take advantage of that. Or you are somebody who is very talkative and you talk to a lot of people, you flirt a lot, and you're not really ready to tie down. But a lot of people you've talked to got the impression that you want to be exclusive, and you are not. And this might cause some problems for you, but we'll take some deeper insight into your situation to get a clearer picture of what is going on. So, pile 3, what do we need to know about your situation? If you're texting somebody that you shouldn't be texting, this is also something that might be going on here. So maybe it's your boss, maybe it's some married guy or girl, or I don't know, maybe it's somebody way, way older, maybe your teacher, your mentor, or somebody. And I feel like this might be a problem for you. So we have the Four of Wands. What else? We have the Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Chalices in this deck. We have the Fool. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, what I'm getting here is that a lot of you are talking to somebody who's either married or is very, very older. So they're quite older than you. They're somebody either older in age, or they're older experience-wise, or maybe their status is a lot higher than yours. Because I see you being very imaginative. You have fantasies about this person. You are very in love here. So you've fallen in love with this person. You are romanticizing everything about them, but you're actually being quite naive. You're very young. It doesn't matter how old you are in age, but I feel like your mindset about this person is something similar to a teenager when they fall in love. They idealize everything. They're very, very invested. They make plans. They imagine the future. They already have everything set up in their mind, and they're so excited about this. They want to share it with everybody. But I feel like this is something you should keep quiet about, because this situation is very dangerous. It's very harmful for you if this gets to the wrong people. And I feel like you're not aware of it. I feel like you just want to share this with everybody. You want to show everyone. But I feel like this is a love triangle. You are the third party here for most of you, Pile 3. And I feel like you have this false idea that this person might leave their spouse for you because you're so in love. But I don't see that happening, to tell you the truth. I see this being very harmful for you, for your self-esteem in the long run. And even though you feel good, you feel like you're alive with this person, you feel like this is so, so good for you, I actually feel like this will have great consequences on your psyche. And if this is a situation where you go out, when you don't have somebody in particular in mind, but you're just exploring, meeting a lot of people, going out, maybe hooking up, I feel like you are very, sorry to say, but delusional here, that at some point you will just be able to stop and you will find somebody who will love you and cherish you to the end of the world. But I feel like you would be so, sorry to say, but ran through all these people that you wouldn't even know how to spot a good partner for you. Your perception of what love is will be so screwed that you won't be able to find somebody or to be interested in somebody who will actually be a good fit for you. I have to say it like that because that's what I feel, Pile 3. And I really wish you all the best with this. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to say you should do something differently. I'm just warning you of the potential risks regarding your choices here. It's up to you in the end, okay? You make your own decisions. You are an adult. You can do whatever you want, but you need to be mindful that each and every action has its consequences. And I feel like you have not really been in tune with what consequences of your actions here can be. Okay, let's pull some advice for you. Especially if this is somebody who is in in terms of authority higher than you, like your teacher, your mentor, your boss. I feel like you're not really understanding what consequences this situation might have in store for you in the long run. And I feel like you need to be careful here. Let's see. An advice for you, pile 3, on this situation. We have a time to give rather than take. And one more. Hold your vision. So what I feel here is that, like I've already said, I feel like this is a self-esteem issue here for you. So it's like you're trying to feel better about yourself going into this relationship or going out with so many people. It's like you're trying to fulfill a need within yourself to feel like you're wanted, like you are loved, like you're respected. And I feel like it's just going to do the opposite. It's going to leave you devastated and your self-esteem very, very low. And you do need to hold that in mind. And with hold your vision, I see that you actually are a good person and you want to have a proper relationship one day. Maybe not at the moment, but definitely one day. And I feel like you need to hold that vision. You need to believe in that it is possible for you to actually achieve that. However, do not make your life harder on your way to there. Because I feel like this is what you're doing. You're complicating things. You're setting yourself up to be miserable and to have a harder time achieving this, what you want in the future for yourself. There's nothing wrong with going out, having fun, meeting people. There's nothing wrong about it. But I feel to the extent you're going, it's going to be harmful for you. And it's going to be a lot harder after that to find somebody that is good for you. So keep that in mind, pile 3. Let's see what else. What's your advice for this situation? Okay, I'm not gonna take this because it's way too much. What's the advice for your situation, pile 3? We have distant thunder, clear the air. And one more. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So what I feel here is that you need to be clear on what it is that you're searching for. Why are you entering this relationship, or why are you trying to have so many people in your life? Really get clear on what it is that I'm actually looking for. What do these people or this person mean to me? What am I getting by getting involved with him, her, or them? Okay? What am I getting? What it is that I'm searching for? Is it love? Is it recognition? Is it connection? Is it trust? Is it loyalty? What is it that I'm so desperate to have, so I'm willing to go in all those directions to find it? And then when you figure that out, see how you can get that in a better way. Because there are better and worse ways to get something. Okay? So if you want attention from somebody, you can get attention by getting mad and throwing a tantrum, and everybody will give you attention because of it. But the attention will be linked to negative feelings. You will get the attention you want, but maybe the way you are getting it, it's not actually fulfilling. Whereas you can get attention, but maybe being nice, or maybe sharing some story that builds connection between the two of you, maybe go on a trip, maybe do some hobbies together. So there are different ways of attaining the things you want, and not always bring you the same satisfaction. And you need to be clear on that. Am I getting what I want in a way that will actually make me happy? Because I feel like this is something you still don't understand. Either you are very young, or you just haven't had the proper experiences that could teach you this thing, that there are better ways to attain things that you need and want in life. And I feel like this is the treasure, this is the bounty that you need to uncover, that you can get the things you want in a better way, in a more satisfying, fulfilling way. You don't have to act this way. You don't have to give yourself to everybody. You don't have to put yourself out there so much in order to get what you want. And let's take two more for advice. We have the spider. The spider will reveal your fate to you. And we have the rat. The rat will lead you to repressed things. Yeah. So with the spider, I feel like you're webbing a web around yourself. You're getting yourself caught up in way too much mess. And this is what this card is trying to tell you. You need to be mindful of what you are doing, because you're creating a lot of mess in your life. And if you want to detangle from that, you are going to have to deal with the things you've repressed. And the thing you've repressed is the thing you don't exactly know at the moment that you're looking for. And this is why it's very important for you to get clear on what it is that you are actually trying to achieve here, what it is that you're trying to get. Because when you see what you are missing, you will see where that stems from. And then you'll find a way to heal it. Then you'll find a way to address it so that you can search for that in more healthier ways. My dear Pile 3, I wish you all the best. You have so much potential and so much ahead of you. And I really wish that you make the right choices for yourself, the healthy choices that will lead you to a happy and fulfilled life. My dear Pile 3, thank you for listening, and I hope that I see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello group 4, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Moonstone, which tells me right away that you are somebody who is very shy, who is not ready to show themselves, whether it's within a relationship or in your work environment. You are very, very low-key. I feel like you're not getting the recognition you deserve because you're not asking for it. You're not somebody who will step into the spotlight and claim what is yours. I feel like you're just letting everybody else claim the rewards and claim the hard work you've been doing. And if this is about relationships, I feel like you are the type of person that if there needs to be a choice made between two people, you will stay very humble, you will not put yourself out there, and you will just wait for somebody to pick you. And the other person will show off, will take somebody's attention, and then that the person may end up not choosing you because of it. So I see you being very, very quiet, very shy. You keep to yourself. And this is one of the reasons why you miss out on things in life. You don't claim what you deserve. But let's pull the cards to see more about your situation. We have the healing heart. Healing for heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships, or addiction. So you're definitely healing from something. Something happened that broke you. Something happened that disappointed you. And I feel, as I already said, like you were not up to the task in that situation. You didn't assert yourself. You kept quiet, you kept aside, and you let other people decide what they want to do without expressing your stance on it. And you will feel very disappointed because of it, because you weren't chosen. You weren't chosen. Sorry, guys. Sometimes when I speak, my tongue gets very twisted and my mouth is much faster than my mind. So if I say something weird or awkward, don't take it the wrong way. So I do feel that a lot of you are dealing with the aftermath of a certain situation, and you're kind of on a rebound, whether it's from a relationship or from a situation that really left you feeling like you're not appreciated. But let's dive deeper into it. Let's take a few tarot cards to show us what your situation is. What is this situation you're seeking advice for? What do we need to know here, pile 4? We have the 4 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, yeah, the Hermit, and the Knight of Chalices, which is the Knight of Cups in the traditional tarot. So as I already said from the beginning, this is what I feel. I love it when the cards always back me up on my feeling from the start. So somebody asked you to step up, to say something, to assert yourself, to tell your opinion, to say what you want to be done in the situation, and you just kept quiet. You kept to yourself. You didn't feel you were confident enough to assert yourself, to tell what you feel, to tell what you think. And that ended in somebody choosing another person over you, somebody giving a job opportunity to somebody else, maybe not being invited to a certain event because you said nothing. You were afraid to speak your mind. You were afraid to let other people see what you feel about the situation. And unfortunately, that led to this situation evolving the way it did. And now you have to watch somebody else reaping your rewards, reaping your abundance. Something that should have been yours now belongs to somebody else because you said nothing. And I feel you've been taking a lot of time to recover from this. You've become very isolated, very introverted. You isolated from other people because you needed to deal with this on your own. And I feel like now you are thinking about how could you do differently this the next time, right? What can you do in another way for you to not go through this situation again? So I really feel, pile 4, for you that you are ready to change something about this. You are recognizing that this was your mistake, that your behavior led to this outcome, and that you should have done something different. And I feel like you guys are ready to actually change your behavior, change the way you present yourself in these types of situations. And this is why you came to this reading today, which I applaud, pile 4. Congratulations to you, because when a person is willing to change, they're actually deserving the better life they're wishing for themselves. So kudos to you, pile 4. Let's pull some cards for advice. Let's see what can be done, what can be looked at different, what you need to hear, pile 4, for this situation to improve. We have hold your vision. It's very funny that all of the 4 groups, I feel like they're like stacking one after the other. It's like pile 1 is the one story, the pile 2 just connects quite easily with the pile 1, the pile 3 connects to pile 2, and then you, pile 4, are an extension of pile 3. I feel like it's one storyline. It's just different people in different phases in their situation. So again, you have hold your vision, as did pile 3. And we have prosperity lies ahead. So what this says to you, pile 4, is that you know that you need to make a certain change. You know that you need to do better next time. And I feel like you need to have the outcome that you wish to happen in mind. So you need to focus on how you wish a certain situation to end. What do you wish to achieve from it? And then see what should be your steps, what should be your decisions in order for you to get there. So instead of doing the same thing you've always done, think of what can I do differently to be able to achieve this outcome. And I feel like the prosperity lies ahead tells you that whatever change you make here is going to lead you to a better result than the one you've had here. So whatever change you make is actually going to be for the better. So don't fear about making a wrong decision. The only wrong decision that you can make is to act the same way you've acted before. So any type of change here will lead to better outcomes. I need to say that because I need to put your mind at rest, because I know some of you have been stressing out about, what if I make the wrong decision? What if I do this? What if I do that? It doesn't actually matter, because any type of change here is going to lead you to a better outcome than this one. Let's see, what else? Advice for you, pile 4. Rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. And one more. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. Perfect. Perfect, pile 4. So there's still some necessary healing about this situation. So there are still some emotions that have been left unresolved about this. So maybe there's some shame. The shame is what I'm getting the most here. It's like you feel shame about this, the way you presented yourself, the way somebody treated you, or maybe because you didn't do anything here. So deal with the shame, clear that, so your present can actually be more satisfying for you. And with the gates of triumph, we see that success is guaranteed for you. Whatever change you're going to make is going to lead to progress. There is no need to fear. There's no need to procrastinate, pile 4. You only have to do is change something, whatever it is. This message doesn't come out so often, just so you know, pile 4. You can actually screw a lot of things up to be even worse, okay? But not in your situation, not here. Here you can only go up. You can only progress. You can only go for the better. So don't worry, success is guaranteed. And let's take 2 more cards for you, pile 4. I like your group really much. You know, you have such positive messages today. The fox will help you to disguise and to wait for your chance. Okay, one more. The butterfly will lead you through the transformation. So with these 2 cards, I see that you should be very patient in terms of this outcome changing, because I feel like you will expect things to change quickly and immediately, but it will not happen in that manner. You need to wait for the perfect chance to actually do the step you are going to take, because I feel like this situation here still has an opportunity to be turned around in your favor. But you have to wait for the right time, especially if this is some sort of partnership and you feel like the person chose the other person and you still want this person back. This is not something that I would usually advise you to take somebody back, but there are certain instances where this actually may apply. And I feel like a lot of you here are those type of instances. So if this person at some point realizes it was a mistake, you is the person I really want, you are the person I really want, then I feel like you need to take that chance to actually say your mind, whether it is, yes, I'm taking you back, but under these terms, or no, you've had your chance, I'm done with you. But you will get the chance to speak your mind about the situation that you didn't actually have the courage to do the first time. And I feel like this will give you closure, and this situation will no longer have an effect on you. And with the butterfly, I feel like you're going to transform a lot. You're going to be a completely different person once you do the work here, once you change something about your behavior. And like I already said, it's going to be for the better. You don't have to worry it's going to get worse, because it's not. My dear pile 4, you are my favorite reading today, and I really hope this helps you, that this reading will give you all that you need for further progress. And I wish you all the best, and I know that you're gonna succeed and you're going to progress forward. Until next time, pile 4. Bye.